Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network. First, a quick word from our sponsor. Welcome to the Sunday Book Review for November 13, 2022, the Robot Edition. We begin with Second Variety by Philip K. Dick. This is a robot from his classic story about a war in which humanoid robots infiltrate the human population only to blow themselves up. They come in several models, including a younger boy and a wounded soldier. But, of course, there are rumors of an improved model that's coming. Next up, City by Clifford Simak. If there is one specific type of robot, it is stoic, patient, calm. Sometimes searching for God on a remote planet, the robots gave rise to Way of Robot Religion, which is featured in several stories. Jenkins is the robot butler of the Webster family in a mosaic of stories that make up Simak's masterpiece, City. He is, as always, hoping for the best and for people to do better even when there are no more people left. And the dogs have taken over only to learn to make weapons of themselves. The talking jackal, Johanabas, is, of course, a descendant of Simak's dogs. Next up, The Quest for St. Aquin by Anthony Boucher. A priest travels to a post-apocalyptic world to find out if rumors of a saint whose body did not corrupt after death are true. He finds the saint, and the reason why the body is still in a perfect form, well, you can guess the answer. Boucher was the first editor of the magazine of fantasy and science fiction, as well as a prolific mystery writer. And this one is a fascinating intersection of both religion, mystery, and, of course, science fiction. Next up, Fondly Fahrenheit by Alfred. It's the horrifying story about a man and his android traveling companion along the solar system. Only when it gets above a certain temperature, the android starts killing people. It is one of Bester's greatest stories, and certainly to put the fear of anyone who is worried about Skynet becoming self-aware. And finally, Act of Faith by Fadzlishah, Johanabas. This story comes to us from the apex book of world science fiction. Can a robot be Muslim? The story asks in what is considered a response to the Catholic Butcher's story in Fondly Fahrenheit. But the question of faith in machines goes to the core of science fiction, which asks, what does it mean to be human within a vast cosmos? Obviously, robots are mirrors that we hold up to ourselves when we seek meaning and understanding. All of these robot stories are written about the future, but they're really about us. I hope you will check out one or more of these stories. It's a great introduction to a scientific or science fiction trope that I know you'll enjoy going forward. This post was based on Takyon's article, The Best Robots in Science Fiction. The Compliance Podcast Network was recently honored with some communicator awards for podcasts I know you will want to check out. Are you interested in Lyme disease? Well, check out Understanding Lyme Disease. And check out the Hill Country Podcast, where I look at the people, places, and things of the Texas Hill Country. Also, we have a new podcast series on the Compliance Podcast Network, which I know you will enjoy, The Corruption Files, where together with Hughes Hubbard partner Mike DeBernardis, we take a look at some of the most significant FCPA and international anti-corruption enforcement actions over the past 15 years. It's a great review and helps you understand how we got to where we are today in ABC compliance. And we actually have one more, which is the board's role in compliance, where I'm joined by my colleague Jonathan Mark, partner at Baker Tilly, where we look at the role of the board of directors in compliance, starting with the Caremark doctrine and carrying that forward, and answer questions on how a board can fulfill its obligations under a best practices compliance program. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.